Good morning, panelists. I am Finley Palao, a third-year BSABIS student.
I am Christian Dave Galinzoga, a third-year base ABE student.
And this is our thesis proposal presentation, Assessment of the Level of Mechanization and its Implication to Livelihood of Rice and Corn Farmers in Agusan del Norte. Background of the study. Mechanization in the 20th century is one of the significant engineering accomplishments because it has immediate economic results on productivity for both land and labor, which meets the livelihood challenges and it raises production in a sustainable way. And according to the Philippines Statistic Authority, Agusan del Norte shares a total of 14.01% of production for rice and corn, which states that rice and corn is the most staple production commodity here in the Philippines. The figures shown is the three classification of level of mechanization, which is first, human-powered, man-animal powered, and mechanical powered.
So, in Agusan del Norte, the rice and corn production is the number one income for the farmers. So in this study, there's no such study in Agusan del Norte that will assess the level of mechanization and its implication to the livelihood of the farmers in Agusan del Norte.
So the present study aims to assess the level of mechanization to help enhance quality rice and corn production for the benefit of farmers. As stated by Rodolfo et al., 1999, available manual labor, animal, and mechanical power was at 1.68 horsepower per hectare. So the table below is the mechanization level of rice and corn farms in terms of horsepower per hectare as of 2005. So the power sources are classified into four, which is the manual labor, which is at 0.24, animal draft as about 0.08, and four-wheel tractor at 0.24, and machine which has four classification, which is the power tiller, which is about 0.56, thresher 0.34, irrigation pump at 0.07, harvesting, drying, and shilling equipment at 0.15%, and estimates the total of 1.68 horsepower per hectare. And the source is the Philippines Country Report 2009.
So, the objective of the study. So, very first thing is to determine the current situation of rice and corn production in different producing municipalities of Agusan del Norte. Number 2 is to assess the level of manual labor, animal draft, and machine-powered mechanization technology used in the corn and rice production. 3 is to analyze the mechanization index and land productivity of rice and corn production. 4. Determine the possible limitation of mechanizing rice and corn production in Agusan del Norte. Number 5. Provide the recommendations relative to the mechanization of rice and corn production. And lastly, to provide alternatives to increase farmers, which is in our objectives the implications of the livelihood, which are income, letter B, farm development, and C, farming stability.
So the research methodology. The researcher will use a research design which is qualitative and quantitative method.
So the research study area will be in Agusan del Norte, specifically the municipalities of Agusan del Norte. The researchers will use stratified sampling in getting data sample in the Agusan del Norte.
So the research instrument. The researcher will use formulated survey questionnaires and utilize existing data gathered from different municipality of Agusan del Norte, which is also stated at our research design, which is qualitative, which the researcher will conduct an interview, face-to-face interview in different municipalities in Agusan del Norte. And the figure shown is the map of Agusan del Norte, which is the source is Google Maps 2022. Research procedure. This is the general framework of the study. First, conceptualizing the survey questionnaire.
Next, obtaining preliminary data from Municipal Agriculture Office.
And then the researcher will conduct a field survey.
Next is the face-to-face interview with the use of the survey questionnaire.
And then analyzing data using Excel's descriptive analysis or SPSS.
And lastly, the results and discussion.
These are the reference used in this presentation. Thank you for listening. The researcher will answer all the clarifications and questions about the study.